Oh, baby. Welcome, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Jim is on his way where? To Colorado? Well, where? I don't know. What am I, his assistant?
Montana.
Okay. A mountainous region. What do you,
He plugs it like 3 times a day.
well, what am I right? Oh, let me make sure I pay attention so I know when to buy tickets.
Yeah, you should be paying attention to what your guy's doing.
Dork, you should be paying attention to what your guy's doing. Ooh. Maybe he wouldn't have to yell at you so much.
Oh.
Got him good there, didn't I?
Got him.
Wow, welcome, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. I'm getting pretty pumped about this Menendez Brothers show. You see that Netflix dropped the new trailer?
The teaser trailer?
Yes,
yeah.
the new. Well, I don't know if it's technically a teaser anymore.
Oh, right, teaser is smaller.
Right.
Right.
Like they call Travis the teaser.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, they dropped the trailer because I think the show comes out in like 2 weeks. I think it's the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. They got some fire coming for September. I
know.
Menendez, the new Menendez trailer. I definitely watched it wondering, because, you know, the story, once you go beyond, it's the story of the 2 kids who killed their parents. Like at first it was those 2 kids killed their parents. They weren't kids, they were adults, but they killed their parents because they wanted all their parents' money. That was the original story. And then the minute you start looking into it, it turns out that they were potentially horribly abused by these people, and their mother was aware and covering it up and the whole thing. And
I thought the original story was those are just 2 dudes going to a basketball game.
that's the story from the Topps card.
Oh, okay.
Or the Don Russ or whatever
I think it was.
A Fleer. But I think, so I'm watching this, and at first, we were talking about it, I think, a couple weeks ago, that it's going to be tough because Monster was the Jeffrey Dahmer show, and he was able to be a monster because, you know, he could kill someone every episode with as prolific as Jeffrey Dahmer was.
And he eated them.
And he eated them, and he made sandwiches out of them, and he gave them to the neighbor, and there was
a monster.
The whole thing. But with the Menendez boys, it's just the double murder, but it happened at the same time. But I think if you watch the trailer all the way through, I don't know if the Menendez boys are going to end up being the monsters.
Oh.
See?
Oh.
See, Javier Bardem was looking a little monstrous to me by the end of the trailer. Because, I mean, the stuff that Eric and Lyle accused their parents of doing, specifically the dad, but the mom being aware, is like horrendous stuff. So I think that maybe, see what I'm saying? See where we get to the end, and Javier is looking very, very angry.
Yep. He's
getting physical, and then there were
this is some good misdirection.
Right. There were accusations of sexual abuse as well. And you can tell at the very end, they don't specifically say, yeah, we're going to dive into this, but Javier has a face that it's like, what the fuck is going on there?
And also, watching this trailer and what you just said.
Right.
Look at the title of the series.
Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Story.
Not Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Are monsters. Right, it was Monster Jeffrey Dahmer, not like, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer went around eating all these monsters. It was, no, he's clearly the title character. Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story.
Their story.
Right. Which.
The touching.
I mean, it could have been more than that.
It was probably more than
that. It was tough, but yeah. I mean, you know, maybe everybody's a monster involved. Because it shows them with shotguns. They weren't doing well. But yeah.
Nathan Lane?
Is Nathan Lane in this?
Yeah.
What's he doing in here? Is he the attorney?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I like Nathan Lane.
He was in Birdcage.
Was he? Was that him?
Yeah. Yeah, look, he's towards the end of the trailer.
I mean, you see how it gets very, very tense. They start out, give it a little sound.
You want a little sound?
A little, well, you know, I say that very casually.
That's a car.
Thank you, idiot.
I'm going to need you to walk me through what happened.
Right, so now we're getting the misdirection.
Part of this process is the two of you reconnecting, growing closer as brothers.
Boom. Gunshots. It's like, what?
It could just be a strobe light.
Growing closer as brothers.
Killed our parents together.
Through murder. Clearly they're the monsters, right?
Of course.
Right.
Pretty close.
Oh, because only a monster would do that.
Only, two of them.
2 monsters.
And then it shows them like spending all the parents' money, because that was the thing that really that really made people suspicious, is they immediately went around and started like buying fancy clothes and taking limos everywhere and just spending. Which people said, if my parents died, I probably wouldn't be spending all that money that quickly.
I don't know. I mean, if you got the money.
You don't fucking get it, Eric. We did it.
See, look how like Hollywood he looks now. That's after Lyle and Eric killed the parents. They're playing tennis. They're hugging each other, all happy about it. They must be monsters, right? Wow.
How many shrimp do you have?
They want to buy all the shrimp.
An actual number.
Oh, every piece of shrimp, I think.
Now, did that really happen?
Yes. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I don't think Ryan Murphy would just put a shrimp scene in that didn't happen. Okay.
And we decided we weren't going to take that anymore.
Now we're getting into... See, Javier is looking very Coen Brothers in this now. Not
Very No Country for Old Men.
right. Not friendly Javier, because he can pull off both. Mean Javier.
And we are never going to fucking go back.
Okay. See, they might still be monsters here, because they're firing off shotguns aggressively.
Don't murder.
There he is.
There he is.
Like way.
Right.
Literally defacing them.
See, this is a key part of the trailer.
Not about money.
Nathan Lane saying, why would you do this?
That's about something
Gotta be about something.
and darker.
You hear the music? Mm-hmm. The Vienne.
I know.
That's where I was like,
Be
oh.
proud of us.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
I
the
see what's
monster?
going on here.
Who's the monster?
Uh-huh.
Who's the monster?
I think it's going to be good.
I'm very excited about it. And it's going to be very different, but I think it's going to be how like American Crime Story was. The first season was OJ, and it was excellent. But then when they did the Versace story, it was super different, but also really good. So I think this will be very different from the Dahmer series. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
And isn't his other...
So the other one is also coming out this month on FX, which is American Sports Story, which probably should be a crime story.
Yeah.
But they figure we'll just put it on the same month that the NFL starts, and hopefully we'll get some football fans watching FX. I mean, that's definitely what's happening. Because they're doing the Aaron Hernandez story. It's a lot for Ryan Murphy to handle.
Good for him.
But I mean, I guess good for him, but it also feels very...
bag.
But it's very depressing. Like, you just have to sit there and write these terrible stories every single day. Now, what are we thinking about today? Oh, when Aaron Hernandez did all these terrible things. What are we thinking about today? Oh, when the Menendez did all these terrible things. What are we thinking about today? Oh, when the Dahmers did all these terrible things. What are we doing today? Oh, I'm going to invent some characters to do terrible things. It's a lot.
You talk about...
American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot.
He's getting paid a lot.
I guess. No,
not I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm not his accountant, okay? So I guess.
I saw that Netflix deal. It's a lot of money.
He's got to put out a lot of apps.
Yeah.
A lot of episodes. Yeah, so I'm... but I am excited about it. And I think it'll be good, but I want to know who the monsters are. And I also, I think that I'm already seeing that this is going to renew interest in the Menendez brothers case.
Oh, sure.
Like I'm already seeing that there's new docs being worked on, and like all the other streaming services are going to piggyback this. It's very interesting the way it all kind of works. Like they realize that this show is coming to Netflix, and they go, clearly this is going to be a hit. Let's all start getting our docs together. Let's all make our piggybacking content. Like they did that with Scott Peterson.
Yeah.
Right. Then Netflix did the doc.
And Peacock.
And Peacock not only has a doc, but has the Peacock's thing is prison interviews with him, right?
Peacock's thing actually got Scott Peterson.
Yeah, they got him doing interviews on Skype.
And then I think Netflix got his mistress.
Netflix got the mistress.
Yeah.
It's like the Firefest thing, but less fun.
Yeah, and Firefest, The Amazing Jonathan.
Like, yeah, they did it with Amazing Jonathan.
Everybody
too.
knows what everybody's doing, so they're just like, oh, let's do that too.
Right.
What's their angle?
Right. It's like, let's piggyback it, because people, if it's a hit, they're going to go like, oh, I want to watch more. Because Firefest proved that it can be done, except it doesn't always work. At least for me, like, it was too much with this Scott Peterson. I'm not diving back in. I'm not going to do, because you can't just watch one. You got to watch all of it.
That's why I didn't even bother watching one.
Me neither. I'm not doing any Scott Peterson stuff.
I don't want to pick the wrong one.
Right, because then
then I got to watch another one.
Of course you do. Because then you come into work, you're going like, oh, you see the Scott Peterson prison interview, and they're prison interview. We're all watching The Mistress. And you're like, fuck.
Well, yeah,
I watched the wrong
Peacock.
docuseries.
Nobody's watching Peacock.
A lot of people. It's really, actually, on fire. And especially, I mean, okay, where are you going to watch NFL this weekend?
On my TV couch.
Peacock, bro.
They don't have all the games.
They got the Brazil game.
Probably gonna skip that one.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. What are you doing on Friday? I'm watching Peacocks.
Only thing I know that I need to watch is this chimp show that Troy's talking about.
Well, and I'm not sure about the chimp show.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because I haven't watched it yet, so I am judging just based on. But
Who's recommending it?
No.
Okay.
I actually it's a good question.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. But when Troy recommended the chimp show, it made me actually go, maybe I should watch. But I'm also going, they're like, from the producers of Tiger King. And it's like Tiger King was such a moment and so organic that I'm almost like, I don't want like a purposefully schlocky,
It's not Tiger King.
Is it
Tiger King?
But does it feel Tiger King light? That's what I'm worried about.
It's the only way it's like Tiger King is there is a person that has exotic animals.
All right.
This lady.
The
Lady Joe Exotic, they're calling her.
But then there's other people involved.
But is there somebody that like fed their husband to a tiger? That was huge.
There are so many characters.
No, but there's somebody that got their face ripped off and their friend got eaten by one of them.
I mean, I like that.
I know about that.
Yeah.
They talk to them?
They listen to the 911 calls and go through this crime scene
with her. Because listen, I know it's a horrible thing that happened, but I can't look at that face.
I don't think they show it.
I mean, people say that about you.
Okay.
To be fair.
Is that why I'm in the corner over here in the dark?
I'd be sensitive to other people because I want you to know. But
you guys would love it. It's easy. Their fourth part is coming out on Sunday.
Oh, it's not even all out yet?
No, it's one more.
I love that you're watching week to week. You're so into it.
Well,
Troy loves week to week.
I got the first two, and then I was excited for the third one.
So it's called Chimp Crazy.
Yeah.
And it's about this woman who loves her pet chimpanzee and is like an advocate because they go, well, you can't have pet chimps. They rip people's faces off. And she's like, but I love him so much.
Well, they get to a certain age.
Right. They get very strong. I remember when that Mikey the Chimp came in.
Oh, God.
To like O&A. And they're like, do you want a picture with him? I was like, sure. And he's like this trained television chimpanzee. Like the one from Nope. Which we all know how that worked out. Pop a balloon and you're all fucked. But so like I took a picture with him and they're like, you could put your arm kind of on his shoulder.
Dude.
Did you touch it?
Yes, I'll never forget it.
And it's like pure, unadulterated muscle.
Yeah.
Just, you feel this obscene strength. And
I wasn't comfortable doing it.
No. Because you look around the room and there's probably 15 human beings there and one Mikey the Chimp. And it's up to Mikey how this all goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could take out the whole room right now if he wanted to.
Yeah, I'll never forget how that felt.
And this lady,
I wasn't expecting it. I
No,
was like,
me
all right,
neither.
I'll put my arm around you.
Me neither. There's this inhuman strength that you went, oh boy.
So she's the Dolly Parton of chimps?
Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's what she calls herself.
Was it just because she likes chimps and wants to think that she looks like Dolly Parton?
Maybe she has a lot of tattoos she's hiding?
What's the Dolly? What do you mean the Dolly?
Troy? Why is she
What is the Dolly Parton of chimps?
I mean, it's just
The tattoos line was good.
What
is the Dolly Parton of chimps?
I mean, I think she thinks in her mind she looks like Dolly Parton.
But also likes chimps.
Loves chimps.
I mean,
I don't want to give it away.
Dolly looks much better than she does.
Yeah.
Even now. She's younger than Dolly.
I saw a thing with her and Post Malone. I was like, Dolly looks great. And Post Malone seems like such a nice guy.
He does.
Yeah.
He just did Theo Vaughn.
Shout out to Post, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Theo Vaughn.
Shout out to Theo. Shout out to the chimp lady, and shout out to Dolly Parton. If any
You're
of them
talking
are
about
listening.
Tanya Haddix?
Tanya Haddix. So the Dolly Parton of
chimps.
What is Dolly Parton the Dolly Parton of? Country music?
Yes.
Okay.
Dollywood.
So you're saying that this lady is to chimps as Dolly Parton is to country music?
Correct.
Like she's a legend of chimpanzees?
Kinda.
Okay.
Her limitless love for one chimpanzee spins into a wild cat and mouse game with authorities and an animal rights group.
This sounds like it could be a caper.
I was
I
just
love
thinking-
a caper. Is this a caper?
Try.
Caper.
Try thinks we're talking about food.
I don't know what the fuck you boys talking about.
We're talking about actual capers.
I don't want to give it away.
Oh, there's other chimp moms?
Oh, yes. Yes.
But is this lady the Dolly Parton of chimps?
Well,
Is this like a Real Housewives of Chimps?
This is what
I would watch that.
She focuses around. They focus around her, but there's other people involved.
Okay.
I don't want to give it all away.
Good.
Yeah, because you're not.
But can I give you a little bit?
Yes.
So, like she got these chimps, and she starts breastfeeding them.
What?
Oh
Yes.
my God! How is she producing milk?
Yeah.
Did she have
when she had a child.
And so she shared the breast milk between the
Yes.
child and the chimp?
Yes.
So there was chimp DNA on her nipples, and then the child would also use the nipples?
Yes.
Ugh.
And she admits that she loves the chimps more than her children.
She says it?
She buys
Straight up?
Yeah. She goes and buys them McDonald's Happy Meals.
The kids or the chimps?
The chimps.
Was she
about the
doing it
kids?
because she wanted the glasses?
And she just
No,
goes.
you don't get those with the Happy Meals.
She goes to the drive-thru and gets like 8 Happy Meals.
Oh, because the chimps have an appetite.
Yeah, they can't just have
You know,
one.
you could just get an extra value
Well, there's a
meal.
couple chimps. There's a couple.
Are they in the
involved.
car with her?
No.
Okay.
Well, why doesn't she just get the 10-piece extra value meal instead of the 2 6-piece Happy Meals?
I had the same argument with my fiance.
Like, why didn't you just get a bigger meal?
I was like, why wouldn't they just get number 3 or
You
whatever
could get
it
a
is?
20-piece and have them
Because
share
the
it.
chimps are kids.
Well, that's what I think it is. I think it's that like maternal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
I gotta
weird.
watch this.
And then they give the chicken nuggets, and then they like the sauce.
Which sauce do they get?
The barbecue sauce.
They got barbecue. Okay, my son likes that too, so I get that.
No, you guys will love it. It's easy watch. It's fucking ridiculous.
Maybe I'll turn it on this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
I've been like debating.
Plus, this is the best weekend to watch it because the last episode's coming out.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, then there you go.
And I love that that Renaissance Fair doc.
Oh my
Hey,
god!
did you watch it?
So good.
Wasn't it fucking
That
great?
guy is nuts.
When he would go on dates with the girls and he's like, "Are those implants?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, I got my breasts done." He's like, "All right, we're done here."
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, he loved real breasts.
Ren Fair?
And yeah, Ren Fair's great.
I never got around to watching this.
So Ren Fair is this again? I think it's 3 episodes. They're all up, and it's this show about which I think is like so many companies are like this. Basically, this old man started the Texas Renaissance Fair.
This dude, by the way, looks like if Hot Dog AI'd himself as an older person.
That's right. He really does. And it's also how Hot Dog thinks of himself right now, with a crown on his head and everything.
And in charge.
Oh, yeah. So this guy is old man, and he started the Texas Renaissance Fair, which is, I guess, the Renaissance Fair that all Renaissance fairs are based on. And he bought this big piece of property, and like you have in Staten Island.
Right.
And
all right, I'm following now.
And he runs the whole place, like micromanaging absolutely everything. But he's like this old school guy. He keeps everything on paper in file folders. Everything's printed out. Everything in his house that's on the Renaissance Fair property is like in gold trim. And over the course of 3 episodes, they must have filmed for like 2 years. He is getting ready to retire because he's got a plan of when he's going to retire and then when he's going to go to Sweden to get assisted suicide done.
Okay.
Because he's decided what age he wants to die
95.
at. 95 is the age. This is all the beginning, so this is no spoilers. And so
how old is he?
He's like 80,
mid-80s.
Yeah, mid to late 80s. So he's like, and he wants to spend his last 5 years or so.
I mean, he's pretty optimistic. He's like, I'm gonna do this till
well,
95.
He's read a lot of books about it.
Oh, okay.
A lot, and he chose the books that he's read.
My mistake.
He's read a lot of books about it. So his plan is to retire, fuck a lot,
okay,
and then go to Sweden and have himself off. That's the whole thing. And he wants to find a predecessor, I guess, or whatever, like somebody
successor.
to leave. Yes, a successor, somebody to leave the whole thing to.
He wants to be heartened.
He feels very heartened. He wants to leave it to a successor, and you watch him just. I mean, abuse like these people as they're all there's 3 or 4 people that are all in the runnings, and some of it is because they have money, some of it is because they've worked there for the last 30 years trying to build themselves up to be the successor, and you see him go through what can happen and what may happen, but I don't want to.
I gotta watch this too. I got so much to watch.
A lot to watch.
Why don't you ask your brain? He's not. He's not a delicate man.
No.
Just calls people stupid. Like, it's a terrible person.
All right, I'm gonna write this down.
Yeah, Ren Fair is good. John in Connecticut.
Hey, what's up, guys? So Troy did a really good job explaining the chimp documentary,
Mm-hmm.
but he left out all the chimps you see on the Hallmark cards.
Yeah.
These are what happened to those chimps.
What do you mean?
Like you know, you get like, oh, happy birthday, this is the best stripper I could find, and there's a chimpanzee jumping out of a picture.
That's right. Everybody has a good laugh. This is so that chimp's acting like a person, but it's a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but after retirement, this is where they go.
Retirement from what?
They get too old.
They get
do
too
what?
old, and they.
What's coming? I don't understand what's coming first.
They can't strip anymore.
Oh, I see.
Well, no,
I see.
they can't be photographed. They can't be like controlled.
So
You know,
when they
after
get
the
too
age
old to
of
be
5.
sexualized, they go to this woman?
You only have like.
basically.
Oh, so you dress them up like you have them jump out of a cake for like the
Or
first.
you have them dress as like a detective or an old lady.
Sure,
We've
Like
all
they're
seen.
modeling.
We've all been to Spencer's Gifts.
right, like fun stuff. You put them in a G-string, and you're like, "Look how
Yeah.
fun this is!" And then eventually
Yeah,
they get so old that the camera flash will make them spaz out and like bite everybody's jugulars out of their throats. So then this lady
Well, no,
adopts
bite
them.
noses off.
Bite noses,
Bite noses
and,
off.
and genitals, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They mutilate and
That's
eat.
horrible.
They do.
They
You guys
mutilate and eat 'em.
have to watch.
Oh,
All right, so once they're done with that, then they go to this lady?
They have.
Thank you, buddy.
They make it to about 5 years old. Like once
That's
they're
it.
about 5 years, then they're too big and they're too hard to control.
can you imagine the type of life where it's like you're good up until 5, but then we can't trust you not to eat our genitals off?
That's the sad part about it is because they're everybody's like loving these chimps and they're involved in movies
Because they're so cute when they're babies.
and they're so cute and they're like everybody's like fawning all over them and then they get too big and then they just sit in a cage lonely.
So you're saying that like the great film Dunstan checks in. You'd have Dunstan, and he'd probably be in the age range of say 3 to 5.
I didn't know we were talking about classic cinema.
Yes, Dunstan checks in, and he'd have a great film career for himself. And everybody would go like, "Oh yeah, you're Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In," and he'd have a hat on, and he'd be checking into a hotel, and he'd be walking around with this little kid, and he wouldn't be biting off the kid's face or genitals ever. Like it wouldn't be a concern.
Well, no, he's too young.
But then once Dunstan turns 5, he may bite the little kid's face and or genitals and mutilate them. And so we have to give him to the chimp lady?
Yeah.
Is that kind of, am I getting the
No, the
gist?
chimp lady already owns him
Oh, wait.
I see.
and will like book him for movies.
Oh, so you're saying that it just becomes very lonely because the bookings, because they go, we want to make a Dunstan Checks In too because of the outrageous success of the first Dunstan Checks In. How old is the chimp that you have? How old is Dunstan? And she goes, he's 6.
It's too old. You gotta get a
He's
new
going
one.
to have to sit in that cage all by
Sit
himself.
and eat Happy Meals.
And eat Happy Meals. And they're too, even though they are not so domesticated that they won't bite a person's genitals off, they're too domesticated to put them back in the jungle.
Yeah,
Right?
you can't do that.
Right.
No, they'll be
because-
looking for McNuggets.
Yeah,
Right.
they're like, where's the McNuggets, the human genitals, and then the big jungle creatures.
What are these? Ape genitals?
Yeah, the jungle creatures will bite their genitals off because they're
That's the whole thing.
SAWFT, soft. I see.
And by the way,
That's a terrible existence. Rupert Everett was in Dunstan Checks In, by the way. It was a great film.
when they give the Happy Meals, they have the Cokes. They drink. I know. It's like, what the fuck are these people doing?
I can't imagine.
I don't think
it
chimps
would-
should be drinking
No
Coke.
shit.
Well, I can't imagine the high fructose corn syrup would prepare them for jungle life.
I mean, human children shouldn't be drinking Coke. Like, I can't imagine.
Right, but they love it so much.
They do. I mean, it's. Plus, it's coming from McDonald's. Don't forget.
It's the best.
It's
and
a
then-
McDonald's Coke.
And you can drink it with your kid. You're all enjoying, a nice fountain beverage together. I think that's fine. But
I got to tell you though, I would be worried if any of those chimps want a McDonald's Sprite because I heard what happens to people that drink that McDonald's Sprite.
you don't want a jungle creature on McDonald's
No,
Sprite. That'd be
that
very,
is straight lava.
very, very frightening. What are you feeding me? Bends the bars on the cage.
Does she give him the toys?
What about the toys? What happens to the toys? And what happens if it's like a shitty, like, sometimes the toys are great, but like
What if it's not the advertised toy? It's something that's older because they ran out.
or even like Panini, the card company, was doing Happy Meals, and so like you get your kids a Happy Meals, and it's trading cards inside. And I'm like, I was really hoping for a movie themed toy.
They want like Bluey in a car.
I'd love a Bluey car. I don't want these trading cards. I can't imagine a chimpanzee gets a Happy Meal. He's got trading cards.
I don't know what happens to the toys. They probably get them because you see them playing with stuff.
Okay.
Probably Happy Meal toys.
Yeah,
because of all the Happy
But you
Meals.
see her walk in with like 6 or 7 Happy Meals.
And how many chimps are there?
There's probably like 8 or 8.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It's great. You're gonna love it.
Can I get about a half a baker's dozen Happy Meals there for the chimps? I mean, you're doing a good job of selling me on this, Troy.
Absolutely.
Man, it really does take a level of mental illness to humanize these animals that are not even meant to be domesticated, especially when
Well,
you
I can
have
kinda understand-
when you
Go ahead.
have kids. You have children.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have children, but like I understand humanizing them because they are as close to humans.
But there are humans. You made humans.
No, that's
Focus
true.
on the humans.
She does have humans to care for.
Right.
How old are her kids? Are they like still kids or are they grown?
They're grown.
I mean, there's no way they're still kids. Look at her.
I didn't want.
I mean, I know geriatric pregnancies, but this is ridiculous. even with the marvels of modern medical science.
That's the Dolly Parton of chimps you're talking about.
I guess that's true. If Dolly Parton showed up pregnant, I wouldn't even be that surprised at this point. No. Look at her. But yeah. So she has like 8 chimps in cages.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm not gonna give it away. We'll talk about it when you guys see it. But
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And it's an HBO original. It's not one of these like, because when they got Max, you'd think you were watching an HBO doc, and it was like, this is from the Discovery Channel.
Oh, I hate that.
And you're like, oh, so it's kind of garbage. Oh, but he wears they wear sunglasses.
And she was showing like a video of when they were young chimps.
Right. Right.
Oh man, that picture
and I
is
just found each other.
very
It was meant
complimentary
to
to
be.
her.
It was just
mean,
natural.
now that I see her on video.
And Tonka loved me as much as I love Tonka. It's like you're.
I gotta be
loving
honest.
God.
This is the song that Jess and I played at the first dance at our wedding. It makes me feel like an asshole that they're putting it in a chimp documentary.
I just
Like,
saw a kiss.
Nuggets. Here's your sauce.
I feel
Look,
like
there's the song.
There's the song. They
Oh,
like
he
the
likes
song.
that sweet and sour.
Oh, she wears it. Oh, wait. Can you pause for a second?
on.
What did that flat? Is she a little MAGA?
If she is, they don't discuss it.
But she's got a "Don't Tread on Me"
Yeah.
flag.
Well, she's from like Missouri, I think. So that's all MAGA there.
And is she like, my personal freedoms include caging chimpanzees?
Yes.
I see. So she's fighting for her freedoms.
In a bikini.
In it, wow. I mean, look.
On a boat.
If you look that good in a bikini, you'd wear one too.
You talking about her?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
All things considered. Let's go to Eric in Colorado. What's up, Eric?
Hey guys, so I don't know if you guys ever discussed the show Clarkson's Farm on
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
What's Clarkson what?
Clarkson's Farm.
Clarkson's
Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear Grand Tour, and he now owns a farm in England. And the whole plot of it, or the whole thing about it, is what it goes through and what it takes to run a farm, all the bureaucracy and whatnot. And it really, granted, it takes place in the UK, but it gives you a lot of insight into what farmers worldwide go through. And to me, I think it's one of the best things done. And it's quite humorous. He obviously puts humor into it, being who he is. But to me, I think it's one of the best shows that's been out there for a while.
I guess we do take for granted, like, when we hear people have farms, you just figure, oh, whatever. You just go and get a barn and you start planting shit and you got a farm. But it probably is more complicated.
Yeah, and then
than
I
that.
visit you to get pumpkins.
That's right.
I thought that's the only use of farm.
And also in December if you grow Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Until you realize how much the government gets involved in every little thing you do as a farmer, and every little
that's
thing
insane.
you want to do, and
then you end
that's
up, and then,
where
and
this
then,
into. In fact,
and then you end up in a bikini with a "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
As one does.
well, it's kind of coming out now that some of Clarkson's ranting and some of this stuff is starting to make change and British law regarding how farmers are treated, and it's really shedding light on farmers, like I say, globally.
I mean, a British farm must be the worst. It's never sunny in England. The weather always sucks. England would be the worst place for a farm.
Well, I mean, they do feed their people, though.
I guess their people are... Yeah, but their food sucks. British food is the worst. It's the worst, right?
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
What do they have?
Fish and chips.
Who gives a shit?
Good point.
You don't like fish and chips?
I mean...
No.
Really?
Thank you,
No,
Eric.
I don't like fish and chips.
All right. You don't go to a Long John Silver's?
No. British food, Irish food sucks.
I don't know if Long John Silver's is as authentic as you think it is.
Is it fish?
Yeah.
Is it chips?
They do have chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like being like, I don't think Domino's is as authentic as you think it is.
I mean, British food is notoriously bland.
Yeah.
They don't season anything.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
Still got
yeah,
fish and
as if that's a good thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's great.
Who needs salt?
Weren't they raiding India for spices for like centuries?
Yeah, I don't know what they did with any of them.
Where'd it go?
Where are all the spices? They sold them, I guess. I don't know. You know what makes good food? The Italians.
They do.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo's kind enough to advertise it for us.
I know you're sensitive about that. Matt in Georgia.
Hey, boys. First
man.
of all, fish and chips rules.
Okay. Sorry, Troy.
Second, the alcoholic son of one of those ladies in the chimp doc, like, he was, like, just all classic signs of being interviewed straight off a stint at the bar.
Was he, do you think, thank you, Matt, do you think he was drunk, Troy, when they interviewed him?
Now that he says that, yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't put that together, but now.
I mean, you're watching everything's just insanity.
I mean, can you imagine dealing with that? Like, be like, I want some attention from my mom. She shared. It's one thing.
She loves chimps more.
People have like lifelong complexes over not getting breastfed. Can you imagine if you had to share a breast?
He had to fight for it
with a chimpanzee. It's a different species. And the mother goes on HBO and says, I've made my choice. It's the different species. That's terrible news.
He's a little bit sympathetic to his mother.
Like,
that's
he feels
not
bad for her?
Like, he understands, like,
dude,
she loves them, and
that makes me crazy. It makes me feel so bad for people when you see people in this position that have to kind of sympathize, empathize, and almost be the parent for their parent.
Yeah.
Like, to put a kid in a position where they have to parent the parent is like one of the worst things you can do. And when your mom is caging chimpanzees and giving them Happy Meals, I guess you end up in that position.
And she literally just sits there and just takes care of them and talks to them and plays with them all day.
Well, what does she get all made up for? Why does she look like Dolly?
Well, she's also on camera, so.
Yeah, but there's no way she was just like, oh, I'm going to be on camera today. Let me decide to look like Dolly Parton. Clearly, this is her look, right?
Yep.
Oh, I know when they filmed this. Sam, can you figure it out?
Oh, when they put the sauce packets in?
No.
Oh,
the bucket.
Yep.
Oh, is
That's the Halloween bucket.
Oh, in October. Is there a hole in that bucket, dear Liza? It looks like it looks like they ripped the side of the bucket out.
Also, Troy, that clearly looks like a toy wrapper. So the chimps do get the toys.
Yeah.
Unless that's the apples.
Oh, that could be that. Wait, does she get them apples or does she get another side of fries?
That's a great question. Because in the Happy Meals, you can get apples, but they also give you the option of having fat kids and just getting a second
You can
fries.
substitute apples for more fries.
I did that when I was new to fatherhood. They were like, what side do you want, apples or fries? And I was like, oh, fries for sure. And when I opened it, and it was 2 fries, I was like, what kind of fat asses are substituting apples for a second fries?
But if you're a grown-up that wants to get the toy, you're going to get a second side of fry. You don't want a small fry.
No, if you're an adult, I could see that.
You want a regular portion of fries.
I never considered that because I've never been in a position where clearly these Happy Meal toys are adult collectibles. That's a good point, though. Yeah, you're right. The Halloween bucket is over there.
Yep.
Yeah. What a terrible life but I guess also the question.
Space Jam. He got Space Jam toys.
That's sick. Does he display them?
That'd be nice if he does.
I do Space Jam box. I wonder.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
she rules.
I wonder who's to blame if it's like the people who bring the chimps, and I'm sure this is asked in the doc, maybe it's not, but is it the people who bring the chimps into Hollywood early and then they have no place to go after, or is it these people, or is it the same thing?
These are the people that bring them
to Hollywood.
Do they tell her origin story?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would love to know how you get into this.
She probably came from a good home with good parents.
I don't know about that. I mean,
raised well.
Well, I think you're making a lot of assumptions just based on her waving that "Don't tread on me" flag.
Well, seems like, at least she knows her history.
That's what I'm saying. Might not be wrong.
I mean, anybody that gets into this business of exotic animals,
gotta be nuts.
You're nuts, and you're a hillbilly.
That's so judgmental.
I mean, prove me wrong.
No, it's true. That's true.
You're backwards. You live in the woods, and you're backwards.
Troy's really painting with a broad
You're a
brush.
backwards person, especially since he lives in Florida, where there's a lot of exotic animals.
I see it.
You have exotic animals in your backyard.
I mean,
know,
everywhere.
but I don't own them.
No, you're right.
I just let them live wild.
They just end up in the population because people brought them here. Aren't there like more tigers in? Was it Texas than anywhere else?
So it was something.
There's
like that,
one of the states in our great union has more tigers than there are even in like the Serengeti. Do.
India has the largest population of wild tigers.
But I thought there was one state that had even more.
Texas.
Texas has the most.
Texas has the largest population of tigers in the United States, with many living in private residencies.
I mean, I would say most. I don't think there's that many wild tigers in Texas.
The Humane Society estimates there are more tigers living in captivity in Texas than the 3,000 that are thought to be living in the wild.
That's what I'm saying.
There's 5,000 tigers in captivity in the United States. That's nuts.
But they obviously can't get the true statistics because it's very illegal to have tigers.
Yeah, I don't think if they were to go do a census, everyone that has a tiger would be marking down tiger.
Does this say 3 tigers? Yeah, it's a census. That's what I got in my house. Why?
I gotta get the right text.
I thought this was anonymous.
Do you want to finish this trailer?
You should. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. She's waving her flag.
Man, I got so much to watch.
PETA seized the chimps with U.S.
Oh, they seized the chimps?
Yeah.
Okay, roll film.
The chimpanzee lady now making national news.
A movie star chimp named Tonka and its disappearance. It all has
What's that guy doing in there? What's Morph doing in there?
Oh, yeah, look, that's him.
He played Morph. What's Morph doing in there?
So, you want me to tell you?
Is he pro or anti?
So, he did a movie with Tonka back in the 90s or something.
Yeah, what? Dunstan checks in?
And I forget the movie.
Can you imagine if Tonka was actually Dunstan checks in?
And he fell in love with it. He fell in love with the chimp. And then was curious on where Tonka went and what the life was of Tonka. And he kind of gets involved in...
But is he trying to take Tonka away, or is he trying to save Tonka and give him back to Chimp Lady?
Once he finds the conditions that Tonka's living in, he's very pro taking...
I see. So it's Chimp Lady versus Morph.
This PETA and everybody.
Alan Cummings versus Chimp Lady. That's what the doc should be called.
Alan
Cummings versus Chimp Lady. I would watch. I would have already seen it.
Tonka did George of the Jungle, Babe, Pig in the City, and Buddy, which is the movie that he...
Babe Pig in the City is the better Babe.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
you're talking about Babe and Babe Ruth?
Yeah, there's Babe, there was The Babe, and there was Babe Pig in the City.
Yeah, Babe Pig in the City
is
the better one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, you can continue.
Sometimes sequels are better.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see what Alan Cumming has to say.
Appearance. It all has the makings of a Hollywood plot, but no, this is real life.
I keep getting to be the bad guy here, and I'm tired of it.
She doesn't
when
like
you're
it.
in love, your brain is out of control. There's
That's Alan
chemicals and
Cummings.
hormones and
He's
things
the
happening
villain.
to you that makes you irrational.
They're going to have to bring sheriffs and
Why was there
everything
blood
that
on
they
that
can.
car?
I think I know why.
Can I tell you?
Genitals?
That
was the attack, right?
In Connecticut, they had the fucking ape, and it ripped the person to shreds.
But it wasn't even the owner of the ape, was it? It was the friend?
It was a friend or the care.
Yeah.
It knew the ape since it was like an infant.
Yeah.
But wasn't the ape on like a bunch of Xanax and stuff?
I don't
No,
know.
didn't she like do something or like make a wrong move?
Yeah.
And like really scared the chimp.
And then there was two people there, and it mutilated the one woman and then completely ripped apart the other person and started eating the other person.
And then Alan Cumming got involved.
Right. Morph showed up.
Seen her that passionate about anything in my life ever.
He's sitting on
and
a
that
bucket.
includes her son.
Is that his vape by his feet?
That rules.
Oh yeah.
That's a huge vape.
Well, also, like, you got to be suspicious of any dock crew that's like, why don't you sit on this upside-down Lowe's bucket? I swear we'll make you look good. Just for the interview, just sit on this upside-down Lowe's bucket. We don't have a chair, but we got this Lowe's bucket here.
You could just, actually, if you want, you could just keep your vape in frame.
Yeah. Why don't you just flip that bucket over and put your vape right next to you?
Keep it close to you in case you just want to toot on it a little bit.
Yeah. Should I take my woolen hat off? No. Leave that on.
No. Yeah,
Well,
you're good.
trust me, you're going to come across like $1 million.
Send the police to my chimpanzee!
Oh, that's the 911
Yeah. Adult chimpanzees are incredibly dangerous.
Please, he ripped your face off!
It's insane when you think about it. It's insane.
Let me pause for a second because I will say, it just occurred to me, that lady getting her face ripped off in Connecticut was real bad for the whole I want to raise chimpanzees as if they're human beings community.
Yeah, that was a blemish.
Like, it was, if you're trying to secretly raise chimpanzees in small cages and give them Happy Meals, that Connecticut thing was bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the crime scene, man.
They show it?
I mean, they show parts of it.
They show genitals?
They don't show genitals
Well, you
mutilated.
couldn't tell.
I guess
they were mutilated. Yeah. They were all chewed up.
And they ate them.
They're like a ground beef.
Like a Happy Meal.
Kinda.
Imagine how bummed out the chimps would be when they realized they were still hungry if they attacked Travis.
What are you talking about?
Because the genitals would be so small.
And they're like, I'm so hungry.
Where are they?
That was just the appetizer.
Where the hell are the genitals? I was trying to rip them off.
Yeah, this is not about me.
No, you're right. That was out of line.
This is about Chimpley. It's not about whether my genitals are small.
Fuck, like trying to mutilate. We can't even get it. Like we're not dexterous enough to grab these damn genitals.
It's barely a pig in a blanket.
Yeah, we don't have thumbs. How are we supposed to get these things?
Yeah, they're sons of bitches.
Sorry, Travis. That's just. And by the way, that's an assumption.
And it's a
we don't know.
It's a total hypothetical.
And guess what? I'm not going to tell you.
We're just taking a guess.
Right. And that's you can't. Oh, by the way, I could not prove that in court.
No.
But I doubt that a jury would convict me of lying.
I couldn't sue you for slander.
No. The jury would go, well, there's no proof, but
reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this trailer.
They can throw me in jail for a year. I don't care. I would give anything that I had possession-wise up for that child. I would give my life for him. Chimps are my whole thing. You can shape them into being you.
All right, that's a psychotic thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. I'm going to watch this.
She's got children?
Yeah.
And chimps are her whole thing.
She says she loves the chimps more than her children.
She's flat out.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the kid. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had him sit on that upside-down Lowe's bucket. That didn't help.
It was in front of the cage.
Yeah, I saw that in the chalkboard.
Yep.
Go ahead, give that vape a toot. Anyway, question 2. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of public humiliation happening. I saw Ray Gun, Olympic athlete Ray Gun, just came out and did her first TV interview. You know about Ray Gun, Troy?
Oh, the breakdancer.
The breakdancer.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray Gun, she's been shamed by Australia, because in the Olympics, you bring, like, these athletes are so good, they're literally representing the entire country. And Ray Gun was memed because she was so bad. She scored 0 points. And as a matter of fact, I believe Ray Gun is 100% responsible for the fact that breakdancing is not coming back as an Olympic sport.
I think you're right.
She started kangaroo jumping, rolling around on the floor like Homer. Like, it was a crazy, crazy scene.
I mean, she has to know what good breakdancing is.
Well, she would have to. She said this is her whole thing. And like her husband is a breakdancer. But I guess there's all kinds of controversy too, because she's on like breakdancing committees in Australia. So people are wondering if she kind of like, rigged it.
I read about that.
To get in there, yeah. Because she's so bad at it, right?
She's really not good.
And it's like, the problem is, at first, Rachel, and she said the Rachel Dratch thing on The Tonight Show really did a number on her.
Didn't she say she hasn't watched it yet?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
But she knows.
She knows. I mean, look at her. Plus, isn't she like 38 years old?
Yeah.
It's too old. How many 38-year-old Olympic athletes are there? Not very many. Especially breakdancers.
Yeah. It seems like that's a young person's sport.
Especially at an Olympic level?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe not.
So I guess they interviewed her on the TV, and it noticed that when she did her TV interview, she decided to look not like a breakdancer at all. She was like, let me put on a professional outfit.
She looks like a mom.
Yeah. Well, she's 38 years old.
She should be a mom.
But
she's a teacher, right? Doesn't she teach at university?
Well, she's a professor, but I believe that she has studied the
breaking.
From a cultural perspective.
Yeah, I think that's what she teaches. Like, that
it's like
culture.
a sociology class that teaches breaking culture. But it feels very much like she's so close to it and has done so much research on it that she wants to be it, but she's not it.
Like she thinks just because I'm an expert at this,
I
am good.
But that's not true, because then why would you teach? You'd just be doing it. You'd be breaking down cardboard boxes everywhere. Just boogalooing.
Media liaison from the AOC said, there's a bit of a storm brewing on social media. You might want to go off socials. And I was like, okay. I didn't understand the scale of it. And then I did, preview some comments, and I was like,
I don't know.
Oh, no. And
is that how, wait.
This kind of sick feeling started coming out.
Yeah, it's a long video.
What was aired on?
Maybe the Aussies have short attention spans.
The immediate aftermath must have been hard. I mean, there's that famous footage of Australian journalists running after you while you're walking down the street.
Have you got a message for the people who've been writing stuff online, guys?
It must have been unlike anything you've ever experienced before.
People have been unfair about your performance?
What was that moment like?
That was really wild. So that was the next day. I was actually calling my media liaison going, these people are chasing me. What do I do?
Maybe try not to be so bad at breakdancing at the Olympics.
Panic for a while after that. And I was quite nervous being out in public because I just didn't know
she humiliated the whole country.
What was safe, if anyone was going to recognize me, if,
Why should I wonder why she's decided now to do a TV interview. It's like, we're just done with Ray Gun.
Yeah, hey, by the way.
It's over.
It's over. It's probably safe to come out and do an interview.
Although I wonder if in Australia, it's a much bigger thing. Like, in America, we're all
what else is going on?
Over it. Yeah, I mean, Crocodile Dundee, right?
I guess.
Summer Heights High was pretty funny.
That was huge. Yeah. All right, I guess we can... It's where they montage this whole thing.
Maybe she's trying to parlay it into something else.
Like what?
I mean, who the fuck? I mean, look at Hawk Tua. She's doing a podcast.
She's killing it right now.
She's killing
She's killing the game right now.
I don't understand how this is happening.
What, Hawk Tua or Ray Gun?
Which one?
I mean, I think I'm pro Hawk Tua. I'm anti Ray Gun.
I don't feel any which way about Ray Gun.
I don't care about Ray Gun.
Like, okay, you did something, you danced like an idiot.
If I was Australian, I'd be mad. Because she is representing Australia. She's like, this is the best. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. If I was a breaker in Australia, I'd be furious.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I get that.
Because
but you're not.
Well, no, I'm not. But if I was, I'd be furious. Because she's going like, hey, this is the best Australia has to offer when it comes to breakdancing.
And they're probably like, I'm better than her. Why did she go represent?
Right. So there is...
Yeah, I get that.
There is a responsibility there of being an Olympic athlete. But I think I'm pro Hawk Tua.
I'm pro Hawk Tua.
She seems like...
She seems like a very nice person.
Sweet. She seems like a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She seems like she has a good soul.
Yes, and a decent head on her shoulders. Like, she doesn't come across... Like, the airplane lady who parlayed it. Those
people aren't real?
Those people aren't real?
Yeah.
She seems a little nutty.
She seems nutty.
What did she parlay it into?
She's done Barstool stuff. She's done a ton of stuff. Oh, yeah. I follow her on Instagram. She's the best.
You gotta set some boundaries on who you follow on Instagram.
I mean, she is within the boundary.
Yeah, and you just want to see, hey, where does this go?
Exactly. And she's never said what she saw, by the way.
No.
She's never said it.
And it's also like, it's kind of questionable that it's even really her.
A lot of people are wondering that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not up on...
No.
I followed this story very closely.
I thought this was over a year ago.
Nothing's over. No. No.
Live forever.
Yeah. No. There's lots of conspiracies about her.
What's her name? Do you know?
Rachel Gomas, right?
Rachel Dolezal.
I believe it's Rachel. Or Tiffany Gomas. Tiffany
Gomas.
Tiffany Gomas. Gomas. Tiffany J. Gomas.
Liv Moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, she's like...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, she's massive, dude. She's one of the great celebrities. Massive.
Okay.
One of the great celebrities of our time. But she hasn't done Bill Maher.
And she's no Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua is much bigger.
Imagine though your name is
Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua.
But you know what? She's embraced it.
Has she?
Yeah.
You know what her new podcast is called?
What's it called?
I know.
Spit on that, though?
Oh, wait, what is it? It's,
Come on, you got it. Talk Tua.
Talk Tua. That's what
That's fun. I mean, look.
That's a good name.
That's a great name.
Talk Tua. I don't know how the legs that the podcast will have, but if it turns out to just be something where, like, other, 20-something girls like to hear her talking, it could be successful. I guess.
Sirius should have jumped on that. They blew it.
Yeah, we should have had Hawk Tua Radio. She should have gotten her own channel.
Would have been sick.
Yeah, I would have, if they were like, hey, we want to turn faction talk into Hawk Tua Nation.
You could still be on it.
Yeah, you could still have a show on Hawk Tua Nation. I'd go, yeah, let's do that. 100%. Has her podcast begun? Is she going to have...
No, they just announced it, like, this week. It's on,
What took so long?
I saw the set.
Jake Paul's network or whatever.
I forgot Jake Paul's a mogul.
Talk Tua.
Can't believe I forgot that for a second. Wait, they showed the set?
You said you saw the set?
I saw it on her Instagram or something. I think it says Talk Tua.
Oh, there she is at Sirius. What did she do at Sirius?
It was in L.A., I think.
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
Because I don't remember her.
I wonder whose
show
she did.
Probably like...
This looks like L.A. I don't think we have these...
Did we ever get pitched Talk Tua?
No. That I would have...
By the way, we never would have.
I would have known.
No.
If she came through.
Would you have taken Hawk Tua?
I mean, are you kidding me?
She's got a name.
I would have taken her every day. Hawk Tua is the new third chair. It's on her Instagram, her podcast set?
Let me see. Yeah, I think it was on her stories or something. Let me see if I can find it quick.
I got you. I mean, you consume so much Hawk Tua content.
So much.
I love that you're looking up Hawk Tua.
No, I was looking at Hale.
Maybe it was on her X. She's busy on X.
She is busy on X? Oh, there it is. Talk Tua.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a neon sign.
Yeah.
And look at that. She's got fake
That's all it takes.
hardwood wall paneling. I've never seen that before in podcasting. Two chairs, SM7Bs, and some wood paneling. He really is. This Jake Paul really is a mogul. Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Oh, so she's recorded multiple episodes.
Yeah, it looks like
Who's that? Whitney Cummings?
Yeah. She did Whitney's podcast.
Right.
That.
And then you do mine?
It's so disgusting.
What, this whole culture?
Yeah, it really is.
It's just, I mean, you're not wrong. It's disgusting.
But you got to give
it's
her
all
props.
like you just see this stuff and you can enjoy it and you can consume it, but it's a house built on a sinkhole.
It really is.
You know?
There's nothing there.
Like you're just waiting for it to just fall into the sinkhole as if it never existed.
Everyone's got a podcast.
But you have to appreciate this girl that literally, probably doesn't deserve any of this. I mean, she's a sweetheart.
You don't have to say probably. She doesn't.
I mean, but she's just like from a girl from Tennessee that she worked in a spring factory.
There's people who work their whole lives to try to get that popular.
Still working their whole life.
Still working
hard.
Still think they can make it happen.
Yeah, but most of those people, their show is complaining about why Hawk Tua gets a podcast, and that's why they don't end up successful.
Yeah.
Good point.
What's Talk Tua complaining about? Nothing.
Nothing.
So
just
having
having a good time.
She's having a good time hanging out with Whitney Cummings, Hawk Tua on people.
Keeping it light.
Yeah.
You got to keep it light.
How come she didn't invite Bill Maher to be on her podcast?
I don't think it went well.
It was real creepy.
It was real creepy.
Let me give you some advice, honey.
Shut up.
And you know what
Do a sex show, honey.
And she's so not sexual.
No, that's kind of what I've gathered.
Like nothing. Sex comes up and she kind of gets away from it.
Like she said that as a joke.
She's just being funny.
She was being silly.
Yeah.
She probably had a couple drinks that night.
Well, she said she's the female Theo Vaughn.
Okay.
She said that?
Her management said that. I don't want to put words in her mouth.
Why would her, Why would
Theo's
a man?
cool.
I know Theo's cool.
Theo is the man.
He is.
But this is what gets dangerous, right?
So if you want to be like the female, the man,
right?
Yeah.
Well, here it is. It's
like if I had management, right, and they were like, we got to get some press releases out there before contract time. Let's call you Sirius XM's answer to Theo Vaughn. I'd be like, you're fired. That's a terrible thing to put out there into the universe.
You also need an elevator pitch, though, with anything.
What is that, though?
Yeah,
The
Theo's
female Theo Vaughn.
Theo's Southern, she's Southern.
Here's the elevator pitch. Remember the Hawk Tua video? Oh, yeah. That was a podcast. Oh, okay. That's the whole thing.
We got to kind of go a little bit deeper than that.
Do you? What's the name of the podcast?
Talk Tua?
So how much deeper are you going?
I mean, listen, I got to be honest. It's a great name for a
It's a great name, and I actually appreciate that they're not going deeper. They're like, yeah, this is the girl from the Hawk Tua. If you want to give her podcast a try, give it a try. Hopefully we'll get some guests on that you care about.
Wouldn't you like to know who owns that?
Oh, yeah, because
It's not her.
I mean,
who owns what?
Talk Tua.
She
did.
I'm sure Better owns it.
What's better, Jake Paul's thing?
Better is Jake Paul's like.
Oh, you think Jake Paul scooped up that IP?
It's his like gambling website / podcast network.
He did scoop up that IP.
Yeah, Kirsty, if you're putting her on the map, you got to own that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's not
I bet the deal that she signed.
She's not experienced enough to know that, there's no amount of money. Especially at this point.
Every Tuesday.
Okay. Got something to look forward to.
Wow. Is there a description of the podcast?
Yeah, what's up? Go on the YouTube. Is there like a teaser?
Oh, yeah. Every week, Hawk Tua talks Tua.
Troy, you're so smart.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, a preview.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's do a deep dive.
They put some money into this preview, too.
Well,
you're not going to be able to make it back with IP, I guess.
They'll never financially recover.
She's literally doing anything to stay relevant.
Does anyone actually give a fuck about her?
Why are you
keeping this girl relevant?
Your 15 minutes are up.
Your joke was funny for 2 days. Stop.
Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby.
It smells warm.
F you.
Yeah.
What's one move in bed that makes a girl go crazy? I'm Haley Weld. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now, it's my time to talk. Check out my podcast every week, Talk to Her, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests
You
and
know
having
what
an
this is.
actual conversation.
This is somebody else.
Who is Pookie? Who is Pookie? You may stop by, too.
It's like 2 months ago.
Subscribe to that thing!
I bet you there's young girls into this.
Who's watching
this?
I bet you.
I don't know, man.
What's wrong, Sam?
You're not into
You
Talk
coming over
Tua?
to my side?
I feel like they're treating her like that chimp lady is treating her. She didn't have anything to do with any of that.
No.
Not one bit of it.
No, I bet she's taken.
I figured out along the way that everybody's gotten I mean, and like here's my thing. It felt very like when a comedian goes like, "They tried to cancel me." Nobody tried to cancel you. No, they didn't. Nobody cares.
They
Nobody
said I
tried.
was done.
No, she's beloved. Nobody said she was done. Like you would expect her to get that kind of negative feedback, but really, everything that I've seen has been like, "Oh yeah, she's kind of lovable." Like she doesn't like when she did Bill Maher's podcast. Nobody was like, "Oh, isn't this girl's 15 minutes of fame over?" They were all like, "Bill Maher's a creep."
Yeah.
You know, I haven't that like, "Hey man, if you thought I was done, you ain't seen nothing yet." Nobody thought you were done.
Well, you got to sell it somehow. You
Everybody's-
understand? You know, you can't just be like, "Hey, this girl was in a viral video. Now we're trying to milk it to the last drop." Well, you can't be honest like that.
That's what they're doing. Oh, maybe Pookie will stop by. Shut up.
Pookie's not even. It's like old.
It's just slang.
Well, there was a Pookie. You
No,
know?
I know there was a
Oh,
Pookie.
okay. I was about to say your daughter's got to put you up.
I'm up.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
I apologize. I'm trying to come in to the job the same way I came into the interview.
I get it.
Mindful. So no, I just.
This is gonna be terrible.
I think so too because her whole appeal to me,
So
and
what
what do
else
I
is
know?
going
What do
on?
I know? What do I know? But the appeal is that there is, unlike most of these viral stars, there does appear to be something genuine about Haley.
Yes, I agree.
And that's the sort of interesting, attractive thing that you're like, maybe I'll give it a shot because she seems like a real human being. That is drifting away from real human being. That is listening to people around you trying to shake you down. That's Gary Coleman listening to his parents. They're trying to make that Hawk Tua cash. And it's like, that should be her cash, just her doing her thing.
But I don't think she has the know-how to put something like that together. So
I don't think so either.
You need somebody to come in and steer the ship.
It's not good people. That screams not good people to
And
me.
this notion that just anybody can host a podcast.
That's kind of true. That's not so far outside.
It's insane.
It is a little nuts. But I'm not against her hosting a podcast. I even feel like if it were on Whitney's network, it might be a little better.
I mean, somebody's got to take advantage of it. Somebody was just the first to jump.
Yeah. Jake Paul's like, hey,
give me some of that Hawk Tua money.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what he paid for it. He's paying her.
Probably not a lot. I bet she's getting taken advantage of.
It probably sounds like a lot to her. It's probably 6 figures. You know what I mean? But it's probably like without a lot of ownership. There's probably a lot of download bonuses, which he probably also would make money off of.
And how are you going to get mad at somebody for taking advantage of a moment and trying to...
No.
I'm not mad at her.
Not mad at her. Trying to take advantage of somebody else's moment.
I think she's being taken advantage.
I will always get mad at leeches trying to take advantage of somebody else's moment.
You talk about Jake Paul?
I don't know. It could be the people around her sold it to Jake Paul. I don't know if it's Jake Paul. He's a mogul.
That's true. Yeah. She could have bad representation.
It's not like Jake Paul scripted that.
No.
I'm mad at whoever scripted that.
Probably her representation.
I bet you they hired a company.
Bet you they hired a company.
Hired a company, make her look...
A hype company.
Yep.
Let's call her
Yeah, I can't be mad at somebody for...
Her.
I can't be mad at her for taking advantage of an opportunity. She was working, like I said, she was working in a spring factory.
That's
in
right.
fucking Bumblefuck, Tennessee.
Yeah. Good
So
for
now
her.
she's... it's like, how many people have you seen do something viral, like hide your kids, hide your wife? Like, nothing, like...
What are you talking about? Antoine Dotson did Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, but he didn't do a podcast. He didn't parlay it into anything else.
That was before everybody could do a podcast.
Right.
That was back when we
I
felt
would
like
say
you had to have
I would
talent.
say Antoine Dodson did as much as he can. Now Charles Ramsey probably could have done more.
Oh, yeah.
He was we ate ribs with this dude.
Don't make me play that song.
You're right to that. I would have listened to a Charles Ramsey podcast. You thought ribs was the only thing I had to talk about?
I mean, there's a gold mine there. You know what I mean? Like, nobody took advantage of that.
Well,
he didn't either.
I mean, people try. Like, remember Golden Voice tried.
Oh, boy.
Well, that backfired on him.
Well,
he didn't just try. He succeeded. He was on TV shows.
He was on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
He brought out Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, he was hosting radio shows.
His demons followed him, though.
Yeah.
Luckily,
he got as far as he could go.
That's as far as he could go.
And he had talent.
I hope Hawk Tua's Talk Tua is a huge success.
I do, too.
I would like to see
They say it was the biggest meme of all time.
No, it wasn't. It was the biggest meme of the summer. It wasn't the biggest meme of all time.
I don't think it did go on for a long time.
To say it was the biggest meme of the summer. She owned the summer.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a long weekend.
They've done a great job of keeping it relevant. She's done a great job.
Each episode of Talk Tua will feature Haley and her celebrity counterpart as they sit down for hilarious conversations, deep dives into stardom, and games and segments that will bring out the most candid and completely unfiltered sides of both Haley and her guests.
See, you're shitting on it, though, before you even heard of it.
I know. I was just waiting for somebody to do a podcast like that. I've never heard of anything like that.
I don't think you should shit on Hawk Tua.
Copy-paste.
It's a little... I'm going to tell you, Troy, it's a little... questionable how defensive you are of Hawk Tua.
Yeah, that's weird.
Listen.
Perverted.
There's nothing perverted about it. I'm just happy.
Troy, you're being perverted.
You're being perverted.
I appreciate somebody taking advantage of the situation and being able to parlay it into something else.
I'd love to see what you'd be saying if it was a dude.
Well, if the guy
what
was
an asshole.
If the guy was lovable.
Right.
She's lovable.
This is the way you used to talk about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. That's right.
You think Troy's going to be wandering around the streets of Manhattan listening to Talk Tua and crying? Just so
finding
beautiful.
myself.
Yeah, the way she asks the questions.
She's just so good at the questions.
She's so pure. She's so pure.
Yeah, Troy wouldn't be defending Charles Ramsey like this.
I don't know. We eat ribs with this dude. That was the name of the podcast.
I mean, he's great.
He is great. He is. Yeah. Look, I'm all about it. I'm all for her success. It seems like she's got a lot of internet people in her corner. You know, if she can get the Whitney Cummings to support her and the Jake Pauls and the
Whitney
Logan
likes her a
Pauls.
lot.
Yeah. Definitely a good platform to jump off of. Who knows? Could be great. I'm all for it. I hope she ends up here.
At Sirius?
Yes. Yes.
Or maybe Not Sam Productions.
Yeah, Not Sam will hire her. We're a little light on capital right now, but...
Yeah, that big merch drops. That kind of wiped you out.
Yeah, we had a merch drop over the summer. It kind of ate through the bottom line a little bit.
But there's always next year.
The quality's good. Yeah. Look, Haley, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Not Sam could offer you a huge amount of opportunity. We can give you ownership stake. We're light on capital at the moment.
We had tank tops over the summer that were really good quality.
People love the tank tops and unfortunately order them in droves. But the quality's great. I mean, we're in the fall. They're still wearing them.
Yeah.
They haven't fallen apart yet.
I can't wait to see the Talk Tua merch.
I mean, it's going to be shit.
You think so?
Yeah, because that's there's like one company, I'm sure, that does it all. And it's designed to have it be as profitable as possible. I can't,
I think she did pretty good with her Hawk Tua merch.
With the hats?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Does she own Hawk Tua? Did she get that trademark? Because somebody told me that somebody else scooped up the Mindful and Demure trademark before the lady on TikTok could get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that
sucks.
That sucks.
All right, I don't want to be on the newsletter.
I hate newsletters.
Look at that.
A lot of hats. We got some hoodies.
Snapbacks? I'd rock a snapback.
Would you?
Probably not.
Hawk Tua marriage counseling. Call now. 1-800 Tua. Who's approving this shit?
She is. This is her official merch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of these shirts are cool.
I like the Eagle shirt.
Me too.
The Eagle shirt is cool.
The Eagle shirt's awesome. Especially,
this one's good too.
Yeah, it is. You could rock that Eagle shirt in Florida hard.
Oh, yeah.
I'd cut off the sleeves.
You would?
Yeah.
For
You'd
Florida?
look
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
A little Thrasher shirt.
Oh, that's cool. Thrasher, Harley.
Yep.
Yeah, someone was busy for a weekend. Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
No, it's cool. I would imagine it's not screen printed.
No.
I think that's
these are probably made to order.
We got some heat pressing going on.
Yeah.
But also, do you need your Hawk Tua merch to last a lifetime?
It's a multicolor ink print.
As long as it'll take you up until
Christmas.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
If you could show up to Christmas dinner with your Hawk Tua hoodie on, your aunt will get a laugh at it, and you're set.
You're good.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
good. Did you hear Joker Faladoos is getting
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
is getting mixed reviews, they say. Faladoos.
Yeah, I was reading something yesterday.
They said it's getting mixed reviews, but that also at the Venice Film Festival, it got an 11-minute.
Everything gets an ovation.
I think, personally, at all these highfalutin film festivals, and this is something I'll be talking about on Talk Tua, I believe that these standing ovations should be banned.
I mean, every movie gets a standing ovation at all these festivals. So
all
that
of
means
them.
Nothing.
They're all ass sucks, is what it is. They're hoping because the cast and the director is in the audience, so they're hoping that one of them sees them standing for 11 minutes and just clapping like a seal.
Yeah, like I'm gonna see it because I love the first one.
Some people are saying it's boring.
The
right?
reviews are not good.
Yeah. Well, I think they're mixed.
I don't know.
There's
if they're
some
mixed.
I think one review is good. I heard there was a good review somewhere mixed in there. That's why it's mixed, because mixed in there somewhere is a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
The Hollywood Reporter praises the Joker sequel, writing Gaga is a compelling live wire presence, splitting the difference between affinity and obsession while endearingly giving Arthur a shot. Their musical numbers, both duets and solos, have a vitality that the more often dour film desperately needs. That's not a good review. That's
a
praise.
good review for Lady Gaga.
Right, but they're saying the film is dour.
I read that review. It was not positive.
Well, it says it's a dour film.
Yeah.
Dour is not what you want your film to be called. Do you even know what dour means, Travis?
Bad.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Relentlessly severe.
Well, I mean, that could be good, right?
No.
Yeah, and then somebody said too that Gaga's not even in it that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the reviews said that.
See, here's what happened. I started reading a little too much, more than I wanted about the movie, so I stopped reading reviews.
No spoilers.
Yeah, because I kind of figured out what the trajectory of the film is.
What is it?
I don't want to say.
Why? Because if you say it out loud, it'll spoil for yourself again.
Yes.
Come on, what's the trajectory, bro?
I think, from what I understand, the musical numbers are like fantasy pieces, and for most of the movie, he is either incarcerated or in court.
Oh, so
I think a lot of the scenes that we're seeing...
Maybe that scene where he's defending himself with the makeup on is a fantasy.
I think a lot of the scenes that we've seen in the trailer are fantasy.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So I stopped reading. I didn't want to know anything more because
it was disappointing.
Yeah, and I don't want to go in knowing how the movie is working out. You know,
that sounds like it sucks.
I'll see it. The first one's so good.
First one is good.
I'll see it. I'll give it a shot.
I wish they would have put emo Batman in this one.
I don't know what he has to do with any of that.
That's the Joker's enemy.
Yeah, but this is just based on the Joker.
Who's going to fight the Joker?
It's not about fighting the Joker.
Who will fight him eventually?
Emo Batman.
There's no way, because he met little Bruce Wayne in the first one. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't he go to the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That little kid is growing up to be emo Batman, confirmed. That emo kid. There's no way he's Christian Bale. There's no way he's Michael Keaton. He's certainly not Val Kilmer with the nipples.
What about Ben Affleck?
That's not even a thing. He's 100% emo Batman. But emo Batman's not in the Joker sequel. And wait till you hear this. I don't even know if you heard about this.
Go ahead.
Emo Batman's not in the Penguin series.
I didn't know.
It's just about Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. Well, I don't think it's you're thinking of the Adam West series.
Yeah, that's the Penguin.
Yeah, I know that's your Penguin, and you've said that from the beginning.
I have two Penguins. And Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is a great Penguin, except the only thing is that I always have a little asterisk with the Danny DeVito Penguin, because they cast him because they thought he looked like a penguin. Yes. And that's not that cool. And Danny DeVito had to know that. To go from Twins, where he was cast because he's the shit left over.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's the opposite of handsome, muscular Arnold Schwarzenegger? Oh, Danny DeVito. And go oh, okay, well, I'll play this role where it's funny because I'm the shit left over. What's my next role? And they're like, well, you look like a penguin, the animal, the penguin. So we're going to cast you as the villain called the Penguin. That sucks. He's like, there probably is a lot of makeup for this movie, yes? And they're like, no, just a fake nose.
No, actually, people are going to know it's you.
Yeah, you probably see the elastic band on the nose. It's mainly just...
He's just happy to be working.
Danny
DeVito?
Yeah.
He's a goat.
Yeah. What do you mean he's happy to be working?
Now? He's not doing anything now.
Are you kidding
me? He's on Always
Philly.
Sunny.
I
haven't seen him in years.
Are you sitting here? Can you believe that in this day and
he's
age...
in all those Jersey Mike's commercials.
Somebody's walking in that door and slandering Danny DeVito?
It's insane.
I'm not shit on Danny DeVito.
You just said he's happy to be working in Batman Returns.
His character in Sunny in Philly is one of the funniest characters on TV.
If I'm not mistaken, Batman Returns came out in about 1991.
Oh, okay.
You're like, Danny DeVito should be happy he's alive.
That's fucked up what you just said.
I mean, he's doing Jersey Mike.
He's on the longest running sitcom on television.
Always Sunny. He's a legend on Always Sunny.
He's a legend.
You never checked that show out?
No.
It's pretty good.
Plus, he's hawking Jersey Mike's.
And Jersey Mike's a great spot to be hawking.
Oh, my God. You think they just let anybody be their spokesperson?
They say Jersey Mike's is the greatest hawk since Tua.
Yes.
Yeah. So
what an idiot.
Ooh, Troy, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. But I was always bummed for Danny DeVito.
Why?
Oh, the casting because he looks like a penguin.
He knows.
I know, but you have to be bummed out when you're reading the reviews and it's brilliant casting. Danny DeVito is the penguin because obviously the aesthetic. Because I think that's what the reviews said.
Yeah. That was comic booky.
I mean, that sucks.
He knew.
Yeah.
I can't believe Troy was slandering Danny.
But it'd be like if they were like, oh, we're doing a live action Megamind movie. Of course, Sam Roberts is going to be cast. I'd be like, what?
Huh? Wait, what? Why?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Look at the size of his head. It's so big. What? I'd be so bummed. But yeah,
shit on the phones.
So I'm not. Are you optimistic about the Penguin series?
No, I won't watch it.
No, I won't.
I can't care that much.
I won't either.
No.
I want another emo Batman movie.
I didn't even watch that.
Oh, it was great.
I'll get around to it.
It was great. I don't know if you heard about this. It was a detective noir take.
Was it a tour de force?
I would call it a tour de force.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it. It's on Max. I'll get around to it one day.
I would say Robert Twilight Pattinson was a tour de force.
I guess. It looked good.
Plus, he's so...
Riddler looked cool.
Riddler with Paul Dano.
Yeah.
And Batman's like so brooding.
Here's the thing. I can't really watch Batman movies because I'm just so sad Danny DeVito's not working anymore.
He's regularly working.
I mean, Jersey Mike's commercial.
And Sunny in Philly.
Why you keep forgetting Always Sunny?
I don't even know about that.
It's a huge show.
I'm the huge Sunny fan. There's actually
That's shocking, by the way.
There's a great episode of Sunny where he puts the penguin makeup back on to lead a children's pageant.
That's great.
I do love that Danny DeVito's always had a sense of humor about himself.
I mean, Sunny in Philly is it's the funniest shit he's ever done, and it's so... You look at Danny DeVito, you're like, Danny, you shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff. And
we watch the Christmas episode every year as a family.
Good for you.
That's great.
Should.
That's great. John, too?
He'll pop in. He's a Sunny guy.
I love that. I love to hear that.
Hilarious show.
So what's his name do, the director, if Joker Folie à Deux doesn't work out? Todd Phillips, right?
Yeah.
Because Todd Phillips got
he got a whole thing.
We got a ton of money for this.
Yeah.
And they let him do whatever he wanted to do. I'm sure that he was the one that wanted to turn it into a musical. I can't imagine that anybody else was like, hey, you know that Joker thing you're working on? Make it a musical. So, I mean, look, I might be rooting for this movie not to do well. Because if Joker 2 bombs, that means Todd Phillips is no longer in the conversation of I make big, expensive, Hollywood stylized movies. And
go back to...
You know what we get?
Hangover 4?
Old School 2.
Old School 2, okay.
I think we get Old School 2. Because don't forget, Todd Phillips was not only the director of that film, but he was the actor that came to the door and said, I'm here for the gangbang.
That was him?
That was Todd Phillips, yeah. So, that actually could work out very nicely for us.
We're not going to get Old School 2. I saw Vince Vaughn on Hot Ones. They don't make comedies like they used to.
Nope.
What was Vince Vaughn promoting?
Oh, sure. New TV show or something?
What's the genre?
Comedy.
Okay.
But it's not comedies like they used to be.
No, the comedies used to be fun.
Yeah. You're not getting Step Brothers now.
I mean, no, you're not getting Step Brothers. They still make comedies, though.
Yeah, but they're not like those comedies.
You mean because the words?
Yeah. Yes.
You could be outrageous and funny. Now it's like everything has to be sanitized.
I mean, that genre ended a long time ago.
Asking.
What was the last real funny movie? Comedy.
Thanks for specifying comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say Strange Darling, but no, it's not a comedy.
Mommy! Yeah, I mean, it is hard to motivate myself to go to see a comedy in theaters.
Yeah.
The last really... And when you say funny comedy, not... Because I've seen plenty of comedies that I go, yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
Oh, like Old School.
Like, holy shit, that was great.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. I saw Old School when I was in college. It was awesome.
It's great.
They just yelled Frank the Tank at whoever. I mean, what a time. Mike, you see Old School when you were in college?
Before it came out, I think it came out on DVD spring of my senior year of high school.
Oh.
So it was just on. It was just on in the background everywhere.
So you went to college with Old School in your head?
Oh, I was juiced up on Old School.
That's fucking awesome. What a great time that was for you.
You go streaking through the quad.
You were going
into the gymnasium.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, during women's volleyball practice.
Yeah, Anchorman.
I mean, everything I'm looking at is 15 years old.
Will Ferrell had that run.
It's untouchable.
Is 2008's Sex Drive on this list?
Sex Drive?
Very funny movie.
I mean, I don't know if that's in the classic category.
It's better than a lot of these.
I mean, this is 92 movies, so let's see. Sex Drive.
What about Road Trip? Anybody remember Bend It Like Beckham? This is a terrible list. Bend It Like
Sex Drive is much better than Bend It Like Beckham.
Bend It Like Beckham is not funny.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to find a comprehensive list so I can see some newer movies.
It's got to be that's Thelma. That's not outrageous comedies.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm looking at this
Thelma's
list.
not outrageous. Like, you have to find a list of outrageous comedies. Dungeons & Dragons is not outrageous comedy.
Did you see it?
There's no way it's outrageous, bro. Scream 6 is not a comedy. It's a horror movie. What the fuck are you looking at, Travis? Rat-Tat-Tat-Tooey is a children's movie. Patton Oswalt is the least outrageous he's ever been.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
These are just, but it's not classic.
These are just movies, Travis.
These are
not
92 best comedies of the 21st century.
Why does it say Scream 6?
I didn't make the list. Wilson Chapman made the list.
Wilson Chapman sucks. I hate him.
Yeah, I don't know what the last great comedy is.
Yeah, I'm not happy with this list either. To tell you the truth.
I think this is the thing. This is the best comedies of the last 15 years, and this is what
Crazy
you got.
Stupid Love is a rom-com.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Ryan Gosling is not involved in any of the best comedies. He's too cute. 21 Jump Street was good.
Yeah.
And it made Kanye not anti-Semitic anymore.
That was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but it only recently made Kanye not anti-Semitic.
Tropic Thunder was
2008.
16 years ago.
And
That's what I'm talking.
And I know why you like Tropic Thunder.
Now we're getting into the era where there were great comedies.
That's probably it.
That's
My last
it.
one.
Yes.
Rocky in Texas.
Booksmart was funny.
What's up, gentlemen?
Is this Rocky? Is this
Rocky?
Is this the same Rocky that loved Emily?
It is, as a matter of fact.
Nice. Okay.
And you know, Sam, I'm 40 years old, and I've never heard that. So thank you. But what about This Is the End with Franco and all them?
This Is the End is great. What year did this? Thank you, Rocky. Yeah. This Is the End it's one of the last ones. It was when
2013.
11
years ago. That's what I'm talking about.
That was the Apatow run when he was like, "This is the
end."
And
I love the first part of that movie way more than the second part. First part when they're all just hanging out at James Franco's house?
No, because the second part is when Danny McBride threatens to come on everything.
No, that's part of the first part.
No, that's the second part. Because the apocalypse has already happened. And he's like, I'll come on everything.
That movie is so funny.
It's so funny. You know what movie my mom loves? Pineapple Express.
It's so weird.
It's a weird one. She, loves that. I got it for her on, Blu-ray one year for Christmas. She loves that movie.
Weird.
Pineapple Express is a good movie, though.
Yeah.
But it is a weird one.
But I wouldn't be like, oh, that's probably Sam's mom's favorite movie.
She doesn't, she must have smoked a lot of weed before I was born. She says she didn't, but...
She's lying.
I mean, it's a weed movie. Yeah. Well, maybe we're ready for a comeback. If all these comedians weren't using every bit of material they possibly had on all these goddamn podcasts every week, maybe one of them would write a movie. I mean, that's a problem.
Well, and also, Will Ferrell had his falling out with, with what's-his-face?
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name.
That's probably why they had the falling out.
Yeah. Everybody just went on to do other stuff.
Well,
the other guy started doing White Lotus.
Yeah, but
you know, you move away from comedy and you start doing serious stuff like Todd Phillips.
But you need to have that generation under,
yeah, that's the thing.
And they're all doing their,
podcasts
and complaining about cancel culture. So they can't.
Well, no, that's Vince Vaughn.
Write a movie. That's true. Vince Vaughn had a good run.
Great run.
He's still the man.
He is. He was great on Curb.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
And look, Vince Vaughn whispering in Will Ferrell's ear as he's standing at his wedding going, you still get out of this. You can still get... I mean, he's so fucking funny in Old School.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Vince Vaughn fan.
Yeah.
Big Vince Vaughn fan.
I don't know how anybody isn't.
Yeah.
Swingers? That was a great one.
Swingers is great. You're so money. You don't even know it.
That's right.
You know how many people talk like Swingers after that movie came out?
Oh, my God.
It was really fucking annoying.
The dialogue was, too good not to.
Yeah. People try to talk like Tarantino dialogue, too, but
yeah,
it was very offensive. It was very, very offensive.
Jon Favreau grows up and he just starts doing,
cameos in Marvel movies.
Iron Man, and he's doing fucking Mandalorian. They don't do comedies anymore.
And he was in Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yes,
had
he
a
was.
cameo.
Well, yeah, because he does Marvel. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's, you know what?
Wolverine and Deadpool.
It's like they've
That's the last great
decided
comedy.
we can sneak. Maybe that's what it is. We can't sneak the offensive stuff into comedies anymore because people will be outraged. But if we do like a silly superhero movie and sneak outrageous comedy into the superhero movie, it's so separated from reality that you'd be a fool to say, "Oh, this Deadpool movie, he said this thing."
They say the R word in that movie. It's back.
It's Wesley Snipes who says it.
And Wesley Snipes says it.
And like, who's going to say, "Hey, Wesley, you can't say that"?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Because he's the man.
Remember what he said in here?
I do.
What did he say?
He likes titties. Titties are fun.
Titties is fun. Titties is fun.
No, he's the man.
And he said it in his Wesley Snipes voice and everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Maybe
That's how you sneak it in.
Maybe that's the move.
Yep.
But it has to be Ryan Reynolds superhero movies.
And being cheeky and breaking the fourth wall.
Right. Like Nice Deadpool.
The proposal.
How would you see Wolverine and Deadpool? I know you're not like a superhero movie
Would
guy.
I see it?
Yeah. There's outrageous comedy in it.
I guess.
They say the R word once.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Nobody got mad. Everybody laughed, actually.
I mean, look, I saw it. I enjoyed it. Do I need to see it again? No.
Nope.
Do I need to see another one? No. Like, would I see another one? I guess.
In 5 years?
I guess.
That's like my limit for Deadpool. Because it's a lot of Deadpool.
I took 2 piss breaks without having any concern.
You did piss breaks?
I had a real big drink.
Okay.
Yeah. I took, but it wasn't like one of
You go to
those.
the soda machine? The do your own soda?
Mhm.
Good for you.
And I got the large.
Of course.
I always get medium
It's only like
popcorn,
50 cents more.
large drink. Yeah. But a lot of times when I go to movies, I go like, okay, this seems like an okay, like you can figure out the flow of the story. And when you hit that dip, you run out and piss and come back before you hit
This
up.
is every movie?
No, I don't piss every single movie, but every movie I piss in. However, Wolverine and Deadpool, I was like, oh, I'll just go piss right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think comedies are like, I don't ever want to get up, like, when I'm watching, like, something like a Long Legs or Strange Darling. Like,
Strange Darling, I did not.
Because you never know when you're going to miss something really important.
Long Legs, I had to figure out the dip.
Okay.
Because I drank fast.
I guess so. I mean,
and you know what the real issue
you're like,
is?
what's his face at Home Alone?
Fuller.
Yeah.
I went full child Kieran Culkin. The issue is that the trailers run for 20 minutes. And I haven't timed that just right yet. And so
20 if you're lucky.
And so I'm slurping down for 20.
I gotcha.
On top of the movie, and it catches up with you.
Yep.
And sometimes I'm coming with a belly full of cold brew already.
Yeah, you got to chill with the cold brew.
Well, I love a beverage.
No. Yeah, I try not to go to the bathroom during movies.
Well,
I don't want to miss anything.
Well, yeah, you don't want to miss anything, but also you don't want to piss all over the seat.
That's the thing. I have a really good bladder, so I've never been like, I'm going to piss on this seat if I don't leave.
You don't want to pull a JR.
I honestly can't remember the last time I left a movie to go to the bathroom.
I do. Wolverine and Deadpool and then Long Legs.
Twice.
It was a 2.5 hour movie.
That's not that long. We make fun of Troy and Jim all the time for how much.
But I had a belly full of cold brew and a large soda.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about the large soda from the fountain machine.
Oh yeah.
You make whatever you want.
Yeah, you can mix and match.
Yeah.
I just went for Mr. Pibb. Joseph in California.
Good morning, boy.
Good morning.
I miss Daddy.
Yeah, me too.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie, it's not a hilarious comedy like they said. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But I play Dungeons and Dragons, and even for people that don't play it, it's a good movie. Like, you should still see it. It's like more like one of those kids movies that like adults can kind of, like, I don't know, Bug's Life or Toy Story. Like, it's kind of one of those movies.
That doesn't sound appealing to me at all.
My Tarantino loves Toy Story.
Oh, whatever.
Thank you, Joseph.
I heard very good things about Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
I will not watch it.
No.
But I heard very good things.
You want to watch Dungeons and Dragons?
Good Lord, no.
So don't hang out with Travis.
No.
I said I'm not going to watch it.
You're advocating for it.
I said it got good reviews.
I mean, why don't you guys watch dumb movies, so why don't you just watch it?
You watch dumb movie. You watch fucking Queen movie over and over again.
No. You guys just love watching movies. You don't even care if they're good or not.
You love watching movies.
You do. You guys go see dumb movies.
Why do you think the industry is so successful? Watching movies is a thing people like to do.
It's your thing.
It's everyone's thing.
I don't like going to the movies.
That'd be like if I was like, oh, Troy, you walk around, what do you listen to? Music.
Stop acting like it's a thing to go see movies.
No, but you guys...
You're going to watch a movie? What are you going to go home with? Go home watch what? TV?
You guys purposely watch dumb movies, especially you, Sam.
I'll tell you what I purposely do. I come in the morning and listen to dumb people. That's what I do.
What dumb movies are we purposely watching?
Sam loves dumb movies.
Sam likes campy B, C, D movie, but
yes,
he likes
don't act like they're not.
But
I
he
like
likes them.
I like kitsch.
Yeah.
So sue me.
This guy.
So tell me I'm saying something wrong.
You're
Stop me when I'm lying. You have a fucking airplane tattoo on your thigh.
Airplane is the greatest movie of all time.
You've seen 4 movies, and one of them is Queen. Queen's in your top 5.
And Howard the Duck. I've seen that.
Troy only has a top 5 because he's seen 5
He's seen 5 movies.
Ferris Bueller, that was a great fucking movie.
He freaked out when Leah Thompson came in because from Howard the Duck.
I did. I was a little starstruck because of that.
I'm not going to lie, I was too. So.
And you saw that other movie you tried to get us all to watch.
Which one?
I don't know. Something from the 80s. Of being in a computer or something.
Oh, yeah. You're a fucking idiot.
Short Circuit?
No. It was the other
one.
We all love Johnny Five.
Everyone, because he's alive. No, Short Circuit is good. Ferris Bueller is good. But you're like listing classics and being like, you know what movie I like?
Howard the Duck was not a classic.
No,
that's a great movie.
Well, I know. No, it's not. But I enjoy it. But it's not. I mean, Howard the Duck is on my list of dumb movies I'll watch. And you just said it's one of the greatest that ever's been made. ever put on celluloid. Howard the Duck.
Space Camp?
That was the one.
That's what it was.
That was the one. Space Camp's dog shit, dude.
Ah, come on.
What a picture.
Just because, like, you stopped watching movies when your childhood broke.
Yeah.
And so you look back. Did I nail that one?
Kind of, but I did watch a lot of the 90s movies.
What did you watch in the 90s?
Oh, I mean, I love Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
Just listen to Tarantino.
Happy Gilmore.
Will you see Happy Gilmore too?
Sure.
You see Clueless?
I did. I don't really remember it, though.
Clueless rules.
Yeah, Clueless is great.
I'll put up with some weird shit from Alicia Silverstone just because Clueless is so good.
Isn't she like feeding her kids through her mouth or something?
She used to. Now she eats poison on TikTok.
What? What?
She did. She ate a fruit on TikTok and people looked it up. Right. Yeah, and they found out it was poison fungus. Something like that.
But then they didn't hear from her for a while and they were concerned, right?
It was diarrhea, I think.
Okay.
I think. That's my theory.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Her and Drew Barrymore.
No, Drew Barrymore's the greatest.
Drew Barrymore said she's going to give her guests more personal space.
Well, I think movies are great. Sorry.
I mean, that's your thing. There's nothing wrong.
You guys watch movies.
You guys watch dumb movies. That's what I said.
What do you watch?
Cool shit.
You
don't watch cool shit. You watch Bill Maher on Appointment on Friday night.
Jim Crazy. Told you about that.
You did put us up on that.
You're the only one I know who watches Bill Maher live.
He's back, and it was. I can't.
You didn't want to get the new rule?
Yeah, what about the new
just
rules?
like it's just. I mean, he's just doubling and tripling. He had Nancy Pelosi on. It's just like I can't listen to that old windbag.
I get that. What does Bill think of that old windbag?
Oh, just letting her just flap her gums. I was like, I can't take this. I turned it off.
You think it was propaganda?
It just, I mean,
leftist, not leftist. That's my least favorite type of propaganda is leftist propaganda.
Well, that's
don't tell me
kind.
Don't tell me. Yeah, because you never get Russian propaganda.
The rest
anyway.
is the truth.
Yeah. Don't tell me there was leftist propaganda.
Oh, just endless. And you're just like, all right.
Did you hear the new one about Kamala? They're trying to figure out if she actually worked at McDonald's or not.
No.
You haven't heard that
No.
one? They're thinking she might be lying about it because they found like all these times that she cited that she worked at McDonald's. She said she worked at McDonald's when she was in college for spending money, but she always goes like she's told this story many times that she worked at the McDonald's for spending money in college, but many of the people there had to support their family on it. Luckily, she didn't, but she's sympathetic to that plight. And now people are going through, and they're saying, since we haven't found any witnesses or any corporate documentation that she worked at the McDonald's, that she's probably lying. So now she's being forced. I mean, this feels very Obama birther.
Yeah.
But she's being forced to come up with some kind of proof that she worked at McDonald's. Otherwise, she's lying.
It was the 80s. What kind of documents do they think exist?
They want one person that worked with her. Maybe if she still got her visor. Remember the visors?
Yeah, I know. I worked at Burger King in the 90s. I don't have any of that shit.
Well, they want some kind of... could I find physical proof that you worked at Burger King?
Could I find physical proof you worked at Goody Got It?
I might be able to find one of those T-shirts. I could find a friend. I could phone a friend.
Oh, I could. I have many friends who I worked with at Burger King that I could get to back up. So now I'm starting to think maybe.
And what about the guy that you sold onion rings? That you were spitting in his onion rings, and then the whole place remembered you. Because wasn't there that day that you went into the parking lot? You just started circling, screaming, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, I don't think they're going to talk to me.
The windows were down.
Uh-huh.
Your system was up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got fired for that.
Right. I can imagine. But
Harris has repeatedly mentioned her brief stint holding down a summer job at the fast food joint while at college. And for some reason, it has gotten under Trump's skin.
Right.
She's lying.
I mean, it's funny if she is.
If she's lying?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she is.
He first made the accusation while speaking at the Moms for Liberty convention.
Yeah.
Didn't they quote Hitler?
I don't know.
Did the Moms for Liberty quote Hitler?
Yeah. She also said, "I worked at McDonald's." Turned out she didn't work at McDonald's, he declared to the crowd.
He's just flat out saying it.
Bizarrely adding that, quote, "After an exhaustive study that took about 20 minutes, they found out she never worked there."
So that, I mean, how do you
prove that?
That she didn't.
Right.
On Truth, he wrote, "Comrade Kamala Harris lied about working at McDonald's." He did find a name, finally.
Comrade Kamala works.
Yeah.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has a nice buzz.
It does. It
I mean,
rolls
it's
off
better
the
than
tongue.
like Laughing Kamala.
Yeah,
Like those just didn't
This is
roll
the way
off
to
the
go.
tongue.
Because
Comrade Kamala works.
It's an alliteration.
Yes. Yeah. Comrade Kamala Harris lied about working at McDonald's. All caps. She never worked there. They think she's, quote, nuts.
Who's they? Who's they?
McDonald's?
Ronald himself? Grimace?
He then launched a McFlurry of other allegations.
All right, cute. He's so cute.
That Comrade Kamala has supposedly been lying about.
Okay.
Likewise, she lied about fracking, the border, crime, the economy, and the Democrats' suckers and losers hoax concerning our great military. She also lied about Arlington Cemetery and Afghanistan. She lies about everything.
Exclamation, 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 DJT.
That was on Saturday. On Sunday, he wrote on Truth Social, Kamala said she worked at McDonald's. She never did.
That's the new thing. That's his new thing.
Come on.
You lied. You didn't work at McDonald's.
Did so.
Yes, I did.
Prove it.
Show me a pay stub then.
Or something. Be like, oh, it was this one at this location. I'm sure they have records of it somewhere.
God. Now he's putting Photoshops up. It's Kamala.
Is that a Photoshop?
Well,
if that's a proof that she submitted?
If it's a real photo, then Kamala's off the hook.
I'm sure they could prove it. I'm sure there's records.
Do we know which accent she used while working the drive-through window?
That's a good question.
I think it was the Detroit accent.
Well, did she work at the Golden Arches or something else?
It may have been the Golden Arcs. Because I remember her saying that there were other places that had sesame seeds on their buns.
Uh-huh.
They have none.
So maybe it wasn't McDonald's. Maybe it was some other mystery place.
Maybe McDowell's?
Could have been McDowell's.
Somebody taking photos. Get out of here! Get out of here! That's a good movie.
Troy?
Yeah.
Coming to America?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the second one.
The second one wasn't great. No.
She says, I did the French fries and I did the ice cream.
Is that a position?
The ice cream?
I mean, do you just do the French fries and just do the ice cream?
Yeah, you could just do the French fries. If you're working in the back, you could be on French fry.
Every day?
Yeah.
That's all you do?
Yeah.
That seems...
They got a guy working the Whoppers. They got a guy working the fish and chicken.
People don't move around.
When I worked at Wendy's, I moved around.
Well, I moved around too. Like, I wasn't exclusively...
Wow, she's saying I exclusively worked at the French fries and the ice cream.
Yeah.
You didn't flip one burger.
I mean, unless she was like special needs, and that's like, I'll just keep her in that one spot.
Okay, I mean...
I don't think she is, so...
I don't think she is either, so...
So, what does that tell you?
But if she only worked there for a summer, they usually put the new people on French fries. So maybe
yeah, but by August, you haven't started flipping burgers by August, and you want to be the president?
Or drive-through. Drive-through's easy.
3 months in, you don't have
drive-through back in the 80s? That's not easy. You got to count money.
Well,
it's not that hard.
Guess what? Now she's in charge of the economy. I think she should be able to count money in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's Reaganomics. It was easier.
Yeah, better than Bidenomics.
We're getting cleaned out with Bionomics.
You're right about that. We're getting. I'm going to tell you right now. I looked at the bottom line the other day.
Yeah.
Turns out I'm getting hosed.
Dozen eggs are almost $10 in the city.
Oh, I asked my accountant about it. You know what he said?
What did he say?
Bidenomics. What do you want from me?
He did that.
Yeah. He sent me a bumper sticker.
All right. Well,
so
I guess she never worked at McDonald's.
I mean,
what does Snopes say?
Yeah, I'm sure they had.
What does Snopes say?
Yeah, I'm sure they're biased, right?
Of course,
Or
they're
not
looking for
biased.
the truth.
Yeah. All right.
They're
Harris
unbiased.
claims she had a job at McDonald's while at college. Here's what we found.
Okay.
Unproven.
Okay, it's up in the air. It's up in the air.
Aside from Harris's testimony herself, there is no evidence.
Oh my gosh.
It was the 80s. What evidence could there be?
Maybe like a ticket when you clock in?
You think they saved those 40 years ago?
I thought that they saved them, but I don't know. I never.
You could say where. Like if you said to me, "What Wendy's do you work?" I worked at the Wendy's in Trexlertown, Pennsylvania.
Well, I think she said that.
She said she worked at the McDonald's at her
like
college,
Almeida or whatever,
Yeah.
California. There's no evidence to independently verify the claim. We reached out to Harris's campaign and McDonald's. Yes, hello, McDonald's. It's Snopes.
Yeah. Now, if she can prove that she did work at McDonald's,
Big if true.
Does that torpedo Trump now?
He'll just move on like it didn't even happen.
He's like, okay, big deal. She worked at
here's
McDonald's.
the next thing.
Yeah. Well, she lied about the border.
What about her accent?
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Just switches up that dialect.
Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine if Trump came out with an accent like that?
I mean, he's starting to lisp. That's a new dialect.
Well, those are his teeth. Yeah. He's got some dentures.
I don't think that's on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I saw another interview where he was like, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do love, though, that he's done multiple interviews now where he's brought up the Twitter thing and going like, yeah, they said there was something wrong with the phones, I don't know. I know Elon was in a room. I know they said there's something wrong with the phones.
Can we take a break?
No, let's keep going, dude.
You got a live read.
All right.
Let's go to 10.
Okay, we can go to 10.
Well, no, now you've brought it up. The vibe is off.
We were on a roll. What are you doing? Why would you even bring that up?
You're talking about Travis?
Yeah, he fucked it up.
Of course he did.
You were on a roll, and he just derailed you.
But,
We
like,
gotta take a break.
Travis would make a decision. Oh, can we take a break? How about you just let me steer the car? You know, like
If I let you steer the car, you're going to drive it till there's no gas left, and then we're just going to be stuck wherever we are.
He does have a good point, but it is your car, and you can drive it wherever you want.
And if I want to ride
It's
the
not his
Lightning,
car.
I'm going to ride the Lightning. It
This
is my
for
car.
rental.
It's my car until 11.
Let's go to 11.
And by the way, when I rent a car,
Yeah.
no matter what they tell me, it's coming back empty.
Do you take the insurance?
No.
You know what? Let's go to 11. Let's just make Mike play an hour of commercial.
I 100% return rental cars with no gas. They go, you want to prepay the gas? I go, no. What am I, a sucker?
You don't give a fuck, right?
No, I don't give a fuck. We'll figure it out later. We're not going to figure that. They go, oh, there's a gas station right by the rental car place when you return. I go, good, I'm driving right past
Here's
it.
the keys. Go get it.
Yeah. You fill it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not prepaying.
Good for
All
you.
right. So Kamala didn't work at McDonald's.
And Trump's teeth are fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what we're dealing with.
That's where we're at.
And he's a little overweight.
Trump?
Yeah.
Debates next week.
Oh, yeah, it's on Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've agreed to term. Are they gonna do the mic mute thing?
Yeah, Mike mutes. No audience.
Oh, they're allowed notes, right?
Are they allowed notes?
I think they're allowed.
I don't know.
notes.
No
I read
audience.
yesterday,
That sucks.
Trump already said that he heard ABC's giving Kamala the questions ahead of time.
He heard that? That's a rumor?
Yeah.
I mean, would you be surprised?
Yes.
You really would be?
I would be surprised.
Would you really?
If they gave it to one candidate and not the other, I'd be surprised.
The candidate that they want to win?
They want to. Who do you think everybody that
What are you
works at
talking
that?
about?
Sam.
ABC? That's the news.
Open your eyes.
God,
What?
this guy. He's being a goofball.
You think so?
You're being a clown.
You're being wacky.
Maybe a little wacky.
I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch.
It will be. I'll bet that Trump is doing very little debate prep in terms of policy and laws and stuff like that, and is really spending a lot of time with his trusted circle coming up with zingers.
He said he's not doing prep. He said you either know it or you don't.
But that's bullshit. Because then he had Tulsi Gabbard that was working with him on the debate.
I bet he's coming up with zingers.
Because he knows that those clips, like the little clip that goes viral.
People love the zingers.
And they were saying that she didn't want muted mics because she wanted the moment that she had with Mike Pence where she like put him in his place. Remember when she's like, I'm speaking.
Oh, she liked that.
She liked this. I think she was trying to go for that strategy this time around.
I have an I'm speaking shirt.
You do?
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool.
What do you say? They're going to get the questions. I've already heard they're going to get the questions in advance. I'm not sure that's going to help her that much.
Oh, he doesn't even care.
No.
He told that to Sean Hannity last night at the town hall.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was shitting on George Slopolopoulos, too.
Is that what he calls him?
That's what he calls him? You know, that's a mispronunciation of his name. Does he know that? Slopolopoulos.
Yeah, I think he was shitting on his size, too.
You mean his physical demeanor? That's not cool, dude. Because he's short.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said,
Little George Slopolopoulos.
He said of ABC News, they're very nasty, and I think a lot of people are going to be watching to see how nasty they are. I agreed to do it because they wouldn't do any other networks. The other thing is, her best friend is the head of the network, he said, referencing Harris's close friendship with Disney executive Dana Walden.
They're best friends?
Her husband's best friend is married to the head of the network.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so they want to see her do well, obviously.
Yeah, of course they're going to give her the questions.
Of course, yeah. And she'll have everything rehearsed. And
that's why Trump's got to come with those zingers.
He will.
You know, because think about it. You know what won him the election against Hillary?
Zingers.
That one zinger.
The one zinger. When she said, you wouldn't want me as, like, in charge of the justice, whatever. And he was like, because you'd end up in jail.
I mean,
that was it. It was over. It was over.
It's very funny.
It was done at that point.
He's so fast with the zingers.
He's got to come up with zingers.
You see the one the other day when they were like, he was at some place in Pennsylvania that they say is like a white power or prejudice thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, why are you here in this city talking about this? And then he just walks up to the microphone. He says, who was here in 21?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Biden. And he goes, thank you.
That's a good zinger.
Everyone's like, oh,
shit! And then the sunglasses came down and it was like, la-da-da-da-da.
He is quick.
He's quick.
Oh, no, they don't get notes.
No notes.
Oh.
No notes. So he's going to have to memorize his zingers.
ABC This Week finalized campaigns back and forth over rules and logistics of the debate. Trump says besides just nixing microphone muting, Harris also wanted to sit down at desks and be allowed to bring pre-written notes. Harris did not get any of her demands met.
Sit down at desks.
Microphones will be muted. When candidates are not speaking, they will be standing behind podiums. No prepared notes or props are permitted on stage. That sucks.
What about an earpiece?
If you plan to bring props.
Trump could have had a lot of fun with props.
Like Carrot Top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like smash a watermelon or something?
I would have been.
They will be given a piece of paper, a pen, and a bottle of water. Then they have to find out how to get out of that room.
It'd be funny if you look at Trump's paper and he just immediately starts writing down and you realize he just wrote down a whole list of insults. Like he memorized just zingers.
Or a list of words not to say.
Yeah, and he just writes them all down. And and then the other column is don't say.
Blowjob. N-word.
Oh, if he pulls a Wayne's World on her and he starts writing insults on the cards.
Oh, who wouldn't love that?
Who's not watching? Come on.
She blows goats.
He's got to go big. I mean, this is it. You're going to get one debate.
Is this the only debate?
She's not going to do another one.
I guess it's already September, right?
Yeah. This is the one that he and Biden agreed to. So this is the one that they're doing. And then I think the vice presidents are doing at least one, maybe two.
And she's still just done the one interview, right?
Just the one.
All right.
With Tim Walz.
I guess we got to the bottom of everything there anyway. We don't need any more.
Yeah. What do you need?
I mean, they're
policy?
I think they're just hoping to just keep her quiet.
And just cruise through.
Through it.
We'll do an interview if we really need to.
But I don't think it's working for her.
I mean, so far it is.
So far it's okay, but I think he's ahead in some of the polls.
Polls.
I don't.
You going to trust polls?
Come on, bro.
Poll said Hillary was going to get every electoral vote. Come on.
Come on, dude.
But I mean, there's just she's just not saying anything.
Well, I mean, she's out there. She's campaigning.
Yeah, she's saying stuff. It's just she's not being questioned. She's saying stuff in interviews.
And she's using fake accents.
Okay, well, we don't know what a real accent is.
I mean, come on. You heard, I sent you a clip. It's one
I
from
saw the clip
Detroit
before
and
you
one from
sent it.
Pittsburgh.
It's
the same speech, 2 different accents.
I saw it.
Maybe
And I
what-
saw the Ducey from Fox asking the secretary of the press about it, and she was fucking annoyed again. Look, Ducey, enough.
Ducey holds those feet to the fire.
Ducey has a good time.
Yeah.
Ducey likes his gig. Ducey's just like, I mean, it's weird. She's talking in 2 different voices, different
What's
crowd.
that all about?
What is that all about? And she's like, what are you asking me? You don't think that's weird?
How do you take anybody seriously that does that?
Who, Ducey?
That just talks in a different accent with different people they talk. Who was the guy that was with Who Kid?
Oh. Don't bring him up.
I mean, do you take that guy seriously now? After you saw that?
Are you asking me?
Yes. I'm asking you.
Chris Klein.
Do you take that guy after you heard him fake an accent in front of Who Kid?
Oh, he's a chode.
No. No, I don't take him seriously. As a matter of fact, when I watch American Pie now, I hope he doesn't get the girl. He ends up getting her.
Mina Suvari?
That's the girl.
Yeah.
I hope she ends up with
Jason Biggs?
No, the guy from The Roses.
The Shermanator?
No. The other movie she was in. The guy who
Stifler?
No, who had all the controversy.
Kevin Spacey.
Your guy.
Our guy.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
that's right. She was an American
She's an American Beauty. Yeah.
Man.
I hope she ends up with that kid who used to video the plastic bag.
Please don't give up on me, Dad.
That's a good movie.
He's in Yellowstone. And he's like great in
kid?
Yellowstone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break.
right.
Enough is enough.
Oh, come on.
We've done it.
Who's ruining things now?
It's enough.
You had enough gas in the tank. We can make it to 11.
Are you kidding me? We can make it way past 11.
Let's do it.
But we got to take a break. We got to take a break. We got to let you guys have a breath.
Drain the lizard.
Let you guys drain the lizard out there.